Hi, everyone. This is Rico Figliolini, host of this podcast. We have a great guest here at Anime Week in Atlanta. This is James Sie. Thank you for coming.
Sure. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's been a busy con, I'm sure. You've been here already a day or so?
I've been here. I got in Thursday and I started on Friday.
Okay.
Yes.
How has it been?
It's good. So many people are so excited by the Cabbage Merchant, which is so odd because he only has 2 words and he's been in less than a minute of Avatar. And,
okay.
But I don't know. A lot of people have come up and said that the show had gotten them through the pandemic or through hard times, and that's really heartening to hear that your show can have such an effect.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great show. I mean, I've watched all the episodes. My kids have watched all the episodes. I mean, we're all into anime. I have 3 kids that are, I say kids, but they're like 20, 24, and 27.
Oh, do they still come out to the
30.
Convention?
One of them is here today with his friends.
Oh,
so they're walking the convention. They have a backpack picking up artwork and stuff like that. So it's a family affair.
That's good. You're our audience.
Yes, pretty much. From the youngest to the oldest. And they're the ones that introduced me to anime. So from the dark side of Death Note to the rom-com to the slice of life, stuff like that. So it's kind of neat. We definitely Avatar: The Last Airbender was a great series, and even the one that followed that, Korra, was excellent also.
Yeah, I think it was a great show to kind of ease kids into weightier themes and subjects, but still retaining a lightness and an appeal to children.
The humor is still there.
Yes.
Unfortunately, American animation doesn't always handle things like that well, it seems to me.
Yeah, I mean, this was, an American
yes, it was
produced show.
Yes.
So
which was surprising, which really, I think, made it for me and for a lot of people.
Yes.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Your background is quite a bit of different mediums, if I can say that.
Yeah.
Right? Actor, voiceover actor.
I mean, I would say now. So in the beginning, I did a lot of theater.
Okay.
Moved to LA, did some on-camera stuff, but most of it then has become voiceover, and it's also because that's something that I've fallen into a niche, and I really love it.
Do you?
And so why not do this thing that you love?
Sure.
That you don't have to memorize any lines, you don't have to look a certain way.
Right.
So
That's true.
and also because I'm a little bit of an introvert.
Okay. Really?
Yeah, and so going on set and all of that thing it always made me very anxious.
Okay.
With voiceover, it's just your voice. You're just talking into a microphone.
Are you doing it mainly in studio, or are you doing it remotely?
It used to be in studio all the time. But since the pandemic has fundamentally changed how voiceover is working now.
Right.
Because when the pandemic started, all of the entertainment business shut down except for voiceover, because we could do it singly in our home, as long as you get a better mic, you get a good preamp, and then you get some baffling in your closet. You have a studio, so we were all really busy during this time because we could record. But now that the pandemic has eased, there's still would you prefer to record at home or in studio?
So they do give you options.
Sometimes they give you an option, like things that are like dubbing. I do some Korean shows on Netflix and do the English dub.
Okay.
The equipment is so different, and you'd have to dismantle your whole setup to put in there. Okay. And they do have kits. They have voiceover kits where they have the monitor. They give you the preamp. They give you the mic, but it's such a pain to dismantle your own setup. So yeah,
and it's easier probably working with an engineer and doing that.
Yeah, it's hard. We all became engineers, right?
Yes.
But
absolutely.
it's so hard when you're to just concentrate on work when you're worried about. Wait, was that a dog?
Right.
Oh shoot, they're doing the leaf blowers again. Oh, I have to tell them to stop. Or I've had a couple of times where I thought I had pressed record.
Oh my!
And I didn't. And I was like, "Oh, guys, I'm so sorry. Can we do it again?" You know, and they were like, "Oh, that's fine." But
that's fine. So when you're doing it remotely, you're still connected to them, and they're giving you
They're like either on Zoom, or this is something called Blue Jean.
Yeah. Blue Jean, okay, sure.
Yeah, and so you're hearing them. Sometimes you're seeing them.
Okay.
But mostly you're just hearing them, and they'll say, "Okay, yeah, do another take," or "That sounds good," or you know, "Oh, could you move your gain down a little bit?"
Yeah. That's all good input, and I can see how you become an engineer trying to do that,
right?
And trying to make sure you press that button to record. Yes. Record. I've seen that happen. I've done a whole podcast and forgot to hit the stupid button.
Oh.
So,
right, and you probably don't do that much anymore.
No, I test every time. Let me tell you, you test every single time.
Every single time.
Every single time. You did theater before. You've written also a couple of novels coming out.
No, they've come out.
No, I know. But they were coming of age.
Coming of age, yes. Yes, both of them
age.
were coming of age stories.
And did you enjoy writing those?
Yeah. I mean, I've always, my whole life, been on two tracks, writing and acting.
Okay.
When you're doing voiceover, you have input and you have creativity, but you're writing, you're doing someone else's words.
Right.
You're translating it into voice.
Uh-huh.
When you're writing yourself, you have complete control over the creative output that you have. So it's a wonderful balance to the voiceover.
You still get an editor though to tell you, I think we need to adjust.
Oh yeah, yes. I mean, I had great editors for both of the books, so that was wonderful. It was I started writing when my son was in 5th grade, and you know, up till then he needed me a lot, and I was concentrated on bringing him up. But once he started not needing me as much, I knew I should do something. And novels they've always been the kind of a pinnacle to me of writing, and so I tried a novel. And
how old's your kid now?
He's he's 21, senior at NYU.
Okay. Not getting into the family trade?
No. No, he's always like this. You can barely understand him. You kind of wonder. So,
typical kid, I guess.
But he is in music production, so it's you know, it involves microphones.
Still in the street. Now your background is interesting too, because my heritage is Italian. So when I caught this, it was Chinese Italian heritage.
No, it's the mother that I grew up with. She's not my biological mother, but the mother I grew up with is from the Benevento region in Italy. You know, around it's in Irola, which is like kind of near Naples.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're very much a Southern Italian family. Yeah, and it sounds like, are you from the East Coast?
I'm actually from Brooklyn, New York.
From Brooklyn.
Yeah, so if I really put the Brooklyn accent here, but I'm told I still sound Brooklyn no matter what I do.
Well, no, it's for me, it's very welcome because I grew up in the East Coast.
Oh, did you? Okay,
yeah.
what part of the East Coast?
And New Jersey.
Okay.
In Maplewood, it's near the Oranges. Near Newark. Past train.
Not Freehold. Okay. The rest of my family moved out of New York, went to Jersey.
Oh, really?
And I skipped Jersey and came south instead. It's really nice down here. The weather's different.
Very different.
But when I grew up in an Italian Jewish neighborhood, I always talked about how we came up on meatball and matzo balls. Anything that you take from your
absolutely.
Heritage,
it's like we always said the best of both foods.
Okay.
Because you know, Chinese and Italian food. Yes. So yeah, I do quite a lot of cooking.
Do you?
Yeah, a lot. And I feel very comfortable without a recipe making a lot of Italian food, because you know, we'd have the ziti dinner every Sunday.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you say gravy or sauce?
Sauce.
Good.
Gravy is a whole different connotation for me. So
yeah.
And you're on the West Coast now, right?
Yeah, I'm in Los Angeles. So
I mean,
and both of my parents grew up. I'm first generation, so both of them came over.
Oh, really?
And so they brought their food with them.
Oh, wow, that is awesome.
Yeah.
Do you speak foreign language?
I speak some French.
No Italian, no Chinese,
French. I know.
Mandarin, nothing.
Well, it just shows you what I was trying to do. It's like, get away.
I guess when you're young, I did French in high school also. I should have taken Italian, would have had an A, but French.
Do you speak
French?
No, Italian.
a very butchered dialect. My cousins would slap me if I tried to talk it. So, unfortunately.
Yeah, I should, and it would benefit me a lot if I could speak Chinese, because sometimes they're asking for, oh, could you translate this, or
But you never spoke any, and it's Mandarin.
My dad is Shanghainese, but he also speaks Mandarin.
Okay, so you didn't pick up any.
No, it was I grew up in the 60s, 70s, so it was very much about assimilating, being the same as everyone else.
Yeah, that's a shame. Now it's different. Now,
you
now
to
teach your kids as many languages as they can.
Yeah, and I didn't know many Chinese people growing up. It was only until I got to Los Angeles. So even in Chicago, there isn't a huge Asian population, not compared to Los Angeles.
For sure.
So
did any of that inform any of your acting, your voice acting, any of that cultural, or did that not? I would imagine it informed some of your writing, the novels that you did.
Yeah, because you just pour everything of you. I mean, I would say that the Chinese heritage thing, I spent my whole childhood kind of pushing against it, wanting to be American, or being Italian. I wanted to be Italian, right? Okay. And it wasn't until I started acting that I realized there's nuance, there's, because I was being called upon to do a Tibetan monk or, a Chinese someone. Mm-hmm. So that's when I started really kind of investigating my culture and realizing the worth, and that even that accents are okay to do as long as you do them honestly and you do them correctly, authentically. Because before then I was like, I'm never doing a part with an accent, because I didn't want to be associated with that.
Okay. Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? But now it's some people would say, oh, are you pigeonholed? But I don't think of it as a pigeonhole. I think of it as a toehold.
Okay.
Right? Because it's allowed me to find a little part of the voiceover world, and then once I'm known for that, I can expand into other roles that are not specifically Asian. Okay. But that I have that ability. And especially now, they're very much trying to cast accurately, to be representative, which is great. It's very controversial.
It's changed quite a bit. We've been here at Anime Week in Atlanta doing, just checking out the convention. Next year, I understand it's going to be in a new place, a bigger place. So that'll be fun. I can't wait for next year, Victor. Victor's waiting on the other side of this camera. It's time to end the show, but I do appreciate, James, speaking to you and hearing a bit about your background.
It's nice to talk to an East Coaster.
Yes. Guys, take care. Appreciate it.